Brought to you by Dogra A1 Digital Hearing Aid Center Jammu, offering special discounts for senior citizens and reimbursement scheme for government employees. Hello viewers, you're watching Jammu Links News. I'm Mannat Gupta and welcome to the daily updates of Midday News. Let's begin. Welfare of every section of the society and each community besides safeguarding the rights of the people of J&K is the topmost priority of the UT government. The Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha made these remarks during his visit to the Jakti township, which was the latest in the series of taking first-hand appraisal of the issues of the people. To bring a new era of development in J&K, the present government is working on the agenda of equitable and holistic development, the Lieutenant Governor maintained.
लेकिन आपकी जो सवालियाँ वो कम हो, इसके लिए निश्चित रूप से गंभीरतापूर्वक प्रयास आने वाले दिनों में किया जाएगा। और सरकार की खबर पढ़ने के बाद मैंने तय किया कि जब अगली बार जम्मू जाऊँगा इन लोगों से मिलूंगा। उस अखबार में लिखा था कि इसमें कई लोग हैं जो कब्जा किए हुए हैं।
An incident of firing took place on the line of actual control in eastern Ladakh sector where troops of India and China have been engaged in a standoff for over 3 months. India recently outflanked China by taking control of strategic height near Pangong Lake southern bank. It thwarted an attempt by the Chinese army to transgress into Indian areas near the southern bank of Pangong Son near Trishul in Ladakh. Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha on Monday visited Raghunath, Ranbireshwar and Panchbhaktar temples and took stock of the facilities being made available to the visiting devotees. He paid obeisance there and prayed for peace, progress and prosperity in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. The Lieutenant Governor also took a walk through the heritage Raghunath Market and Residency Road area where he interacted with locals, shopkeepers, officer bearers of traders associations including Raghunath Bazaar Association and Kanak Mandi Association. He inquired about the difficulties being faced by the people and the business community due to COVID-19 pandemic or otherwise. With a spike of 75,809 new cases in the last 24 hours, India's COVID-19 tally surged to 42,80,423, informed the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare on Tuesday. As many as 1,133 deaths were reported during the 24 hours. The total case tally stands at 42,80,423, including 8,83,697 active cases, 33,23,951 cured or discharged or migrated, and 72,775 deaths, the Health Ministry added. Jammu and Kashmir recorded more than 1,000 coronavirus cases for the fifth consecutive day on Monday, pushing the caseload in the UT to 44,570 and 17 deaths in the past 24 hours, pushed the COVID-19 death toll to 801. Of the fresh cases, 600 were from Jammu region and 413 from the Kashmir Valley. Jammu district reported the highest 442 cases, followed by 136 in Srinagar district. There are 11,009 active cases, while 32,760 patients have recovered. Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh on Monday said that Indian Merchants Chamber role is crucial to post-COVID economy and for realizing the Atmanirbhar Bharat mission of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Addressing 114th Foundation Day ceremony of IMC, Chamber of Commerce of Industry through video conferencing, he said, being the oldest Chamber of Commerce in the country of which Mahatma Gandhi was also a member, IMC has a glorious past and a great legacy, with equally high expectations from it for the future. Monitoring of implementation of different schemes need to be monitored uniformly and effectively across all districts to ensure their timely completion. Chief Secretary BVR Subramaniam said this while chairing a meeting with all the Deputy Commissioners. Chief Secretary stressed that effective monitoring system is being put in place through a series of scheme-specific format which would help the Deputy Commissioners monitor all important schemes at the district level. He added that the data would be fully further compiled at the higher level so that the performance with respect to each scheme could be monitored at a glance. Director Information and Public Relations Dr. Syed Sehrish Asgar on Monday chaired a preparatory meeting with DIPR officers to discuss the arrangements for the conduct of the third phase of Back to Village program. As the Jammu and Kashmir government has announced the ambitious B2V3 program scheduled to be held from October 2nd to 12th, 2020, Dr. Sehrish outlined the aim of the flagship program with respect to the first two phases and the importance of the third phase. Dr. Sehrish reaffirmed that DIPR has a pivotal role to highlight the Back to Village 3 and sensitize the people about the benefits of the unique initiative while enjoining upon the officers to sensitize their respective staff to make the program a grand success. Jammu and Kashmir Police on Friday launched a Drug De-Addiction Welfare Awareness and Rehabilitation Institute in the border district of Samba as part of its commitment to defeat the issue of drug maniac among the youth. Inspector General of Police Jammu Zone Mukesh Singh inaugurated the institute at Gura Salathia in Vijaypur Belt in presence of prominent persons, sarpanches, panches and locals of the area. It has been set up following joint efforts of the police, civil administration, pharmaceutical companies and civil society of Samba. Advisor to Lieutenant Governor Farooq Khan on Monday met several deputations and individuals and listened to their grievances and demands at Banquet Hall, Canal Road. As many as 88 deputations and individuals met the advisor during the weekly public hearing camp and projected a number of issues seeking immediate redressal for their concerns. Responding to the demands of the visitors, Farooq Khan said that the merit of each demand will be analysed and action will be taken on priority to redress the same. He also gave on-spot directions on issues that could be immediately redressed. In continuation to its demolition drive, the Enforcement Wing of Lakes and Waterways Development Authority carried out several demolitions in Harwan, Sedakadal, Nishat and Habak areas in collaboration with concerned police stations. Unauthorized constructions raised by violators while taking undue advantage of the prevailing situation in the valley were dismantled by the demolition squad in the aforementioned areas. Also, FIRs were registered in the concerned police stations against the violators. Principal Secretary Housing and Urban Development Department Dheeraj Gupta has asked the Municipal Commissioners of Jammu and Srinagar to get completed the slaughterhouses in both the cities in the financial year only. The meeting of Slaughterhouse Monitoring Committee was held to review the progress of these projects, which are being constructed to provide hygienic meat to the consumers in both the capital cities. Advisor to Lieutenant Governor Basir Ahmed Khan on Monday said that taking administration to the doorstep of people is the priority of the government. He also said that the government is committed to take people on board in the process of progress and development of their areas. The advisor said this during the public outreach program in Bijbehra area of Anantnag district. Scores of deputations and individuals met the advisor, during which he listened to their grievances and demands and assured redress of the same in a time-bound manner. The Divisional Commissioner Kashmir Pandurang K. Pol on Monday chaired a meeting of concerned officers to take stock of pace and progress of all ongoing developmental works at Hazrat Bal and Mukhdum Sahib shrines. During the meeting, the Divisional Commissioner stressed on the speedy completion of all ongoing developmental works at Hazrat Bal shrine. Dr. Syed Abid Rashid Shah, Chief Executive Officer JK ERA, on Monday inspected the progress of works on the various mega storm water drainage sub-projects being executed by JK ERA under the World Bank funded Jhelum Tawi flood recovery project in the various parts of the Srinagar city. These stormwater drainage sub-projects are being constructed under the World Bank funded Jhelum Tawi flood recovery project with an objective of strengthening the urban flood management infrastructure in the various flood-prone areas of the Srinagar city.
फॉल्ट चैनल होती है क्या उसी हिसाब से जहाँ सर हमें एक चीज़ है जहाँ सर हमें व्यू भी जो लोकल चीज़ है ना